What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jordan and today we have something a little bit special. I'm actually going to get to see the 2023 Nissan Z. A local content creator just like myself was actually given one by Nissan as kind of like a media thing. And we know that the car is out and about, but really there's not many of them out there. So content is a little bit limited, and also I've never really been able to get and see one up close and personal. So today's going to be kind of cool because it's coming here and we're going to get to see it, and I'm going to get to know for once and for all whether I like it or not. I'm supposed to get one of these things, and maybe this will help me decide whether I am going to buy it or if things might be changing. So let's get into it. All right, and the new Z. Yes, this is Kaden. What's up, man?
What's up, everyone? What's up, man?
He's got his own channel and Instagram, TikTok. I'll put those on the screen. But just want to get, you know, first-hand perspective of the new Z.
Yep. Here it is. I had it for 1 day now. This is the second day with the Z. We're gonna have it one more day tomorrow, and then we'll give it back to Nissan.
And they gave it to you for like what, like 4 days or so?
Yeah, three or 4 days. Depends on when they pick it up, Tuesday. But yeah, pretty much 3 days. Yeah, seatbelt chime.
So since you've been having it, like, what's your overall, like, if you had 1 out of 10, if you just say like as a starter car for a build?
For a starter car for a build, I think it's really expensive as far as price goes. But if we're gonna ignore price, I have to give it a solid 10 out of 10. I'm super biased. I've been following like the release of this car since they first announced it, and I was in love with it like the moment they announced it. I'm a big Nissan guy already, but yeah, I'd have to say 10 out of 10, man. I mean, it's such a fun car as it is, and if you're gonna look at it from the perspective of you're gonna build it and it's gonna be a project, then this thing has like no limitations.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I kind of agree with you. It is kind of expensive, and coming at like, this is 53, you said, right?
This model, the blue, like everything, whatever package it has is 53.
I mean, that's kind of like what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna get it, it'll be like most of the bells and whistles, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And you said that you haven't really felt the handling too much, but I mean, do you think it's super soft, or do you think it's like kind of sporty too?
I think that it's sporty compared to the majority of cars. I think that this car's main competitors are the 5.0, the Mustang, and the Supra. And I've driven those Mustangs and I've driven the Supra. Between those two, I'm gonna have to pick this car for sure.
Yeah?
I mean, it's on the same chassis as the 370s, so of course the handling's not bad. It does pin around a corner, but I mean, I'm coming off of cars with rigid suspension. I mean, I had an NC for a little bit. My Skyline has like full HKS all around it, so I'm coming off of like aftermarket stuff. But as far as stock goes, I mean, it's pretty well. It kind of moves pretty similar to all the 370s that I've driven. Just because on the same chassis, having the extra power is nice. The engine's definitely a lot more refined than the 370 is. I wouldn't say it's soft. It's comfortable though. If I was gonna do this as a build and I bought this car to build, absolutely the first thing I'm gonna do is coilovers. Just because I like having it stiffer, I like being able to pin corners a little faster, and then exhaust, because I think the car's way too quiet.
Yeah, you know, just like sitting in here, it's actually like, it's kind of quiet. I mean, like, as far as like comfort wise, like, yeah, the exhaust is quiet, like we know that, but there's not a lot of road noise. Like, honestly, my Cayman has more road noise.
Sure.
And I've always disliked that about the car, and this feels nice. I know that it has like the Bose active cancellation, which is kind of cool. And then he and I were kind of coming from similar like backgrounds almost. Like, I have an old Datsun, he's got an R33, so you know, old classic JDM, and anything compared to those cars is like comfortable and quiet.
Oh,
absolutely.
I was telling my friends, I was like, it's so weird being in a car that's like silent. Like, the R33 is loud and straight piped and stiff and creaky.
Yep. And
then the car I have an E46, and my motor mounts are going.
Okay.
And so every time I stop, it's just loud. So going like from stopping at a stoplight and having it being quiet is like such a nice thing.
Yep. Yeah. See, that's what you need in a daily. You need like a car that's comfortable, fast, looks good, and I don't know. I think I was telling him earlier that this thing looks way better in person, and you know, it's one thing to see it at like auto shows and like SEMA and all that kind of stuff, but really when you see it in real life, like it's not bad, you know.
My favorite thing, so it has S mode. We're in S mode right now. It has
and that's the rev matching, right?
It is the auto rev matching. Oh my gosh, it makes it so fun to drive. I mean, it kind of takes, you can just take it off and just rev match it yourself. It kind of takes a little bit of like the fun out of doing that stuff, but like for driving, just regular driving, keeping it on is nice. Like when you take a turn, if you're in neutral, put it back in a second. You don't have to work the clutch at all. You just take your foot off. It's great.
Yeah, you know, I have the auto rev matching in the Cayman, and I love the feature. I think it's so much fun, and it really takes the work out of like trying to drive sporty, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, you know, since we stopped, can you give it a little juice when we leave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You get a good feel for what it's like. I love the backup camera. My car doesn't have that.
Yeah, well, so I thought I love having a backup camera. I don't have anything like that, but it's not crazy good quality. I thought it would be a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a little potato quality.
Yeah, yeah, potato quality. That's a good word for it.
It's a little potato.
It's a little green. She definitely moves.
That's faster than I thought it was.
It's quick. It has some pickup.
Dude, because you took it easy on first gear, and I was like, I don't know. But then all of a sudden, when you hit second gear, you hit it, and dude, yeah, it pulls.
Yeah, I'm still getting like a little comfortable with the car as far as driving it, shifting and stuff like that, but it's pretty fun. Hopefully by the third day, I'll be banging gears like no problem.
You know, it really does kind of feel like a baby GTR. You know, I've spent a lot of time in a GTR in the past,
really?
And I don't know. I think it's got potential, man. I think it's good.
Yeah, I can only imagine how fun it would be if you just put some like really sticky tires, stiffen the suspension up, coilovers, exhaust. I think like that alone would kind of change it into a whole different car.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree. So, you know, I said earlier in my video, you guys didn't see earlier, but like I was kind of debating whether or not I want to get this car still, you know, because the media's kind of been like talking down on it a bit and like, oh, it's a 370Z, this and that, but sitting in it right now, like I feel like comforted with that decision to be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
you know?
When it comes like, so people were like, oh, it's just a 370Z. 370Zs, they do not look like this on the interior, and they do not feel like that on the straightaway.
Yeah, the interior is nice. And that was another thing I was concerned about, like with the Cayman, is like it's a nice interior. It's a Porsche interior.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
But this is really good. I think people are being pretty harsh, you know, with the videos and everything. But I don't know. I think it's a good package.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. Like I said, I'm biased. This is a car I'd really like to own one day. So I'm so happy that Nissan sent me out a car to drive around. But I'm biased, but I think it's amazing. I mean, I've driven the Supra, I've driven the S550, so I've driven the other competitors of this car, and I'd probably pick this every single time, especially for the looks. And the aftermarket is still so young for this. Like, I don't know, you followed the Tokyo Auto Salon at all. All those old school JDM companies are coming out with body kits and parts for this car, and so I mean it's still new. You know, it's barely been out.
And you know, I feel like those companies at the Tokyo Auto Salon, they didn't even really, to be honest, like figure it out. You know, like I feel like there's going to be so many more companies with even more variety, even different looks. And if you don't like the look of this thing so far, like I think we can all agree the back is good.
Yeah.
And I think the front is like, it's hit or miss. Some people like it, some people don't. But I don't know. I think you're right. I think the more companies that get involved, it's really going to be good. And I like it. So
yeah.
Well, dude, thanks for taking me for a spin.
Dude, of course, man.
And I'm glad we set this up.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
All right, guys. So check out his page. I'm gonna put all of his links in the description as well. And yeah, dude, Vegas content creators, right?
Yes, sir.
We're out here. All right, guys. Later.